Is it recording? Oh, cool. It's recording. Hello everybody out there in internet land, all you cool cats and girls out there in the potosphere, blogosphere, and all their corresponding internet areas. I am your host for Banter Over a Cigarette, Eldon KR, coming to you today with a special update of sorts and what seems to be the first ever video podcast for my feed, if I can figure out how to get the WordPress blog to host a video. I'm not sure if I can get it to do that. Anyway, I made a short little bitchy post on the show blog the other day, and I was having a bad day that day. I can't remember what it was, but I just wasn't having a very good day that day. And I said something about a hiatus. I'm not too sure, and I don't really want to have to say it, but it looks like the hiatus is going to be early. I know I said in the last episode that there wouldn't be a hiatus this soon. There were supposed to be 2 more episodes posted through November, which were going to be a couple of interviews, but I didn't get certain audio that I needed on time, and I didn't have another source of audio edited yet, so those didn't drop like I planned on them. And the last 2 weeks of December got really busy because I had some friends of mine move out of their apartment and move into here, and I had to help them get ready to move and move their shit. And Thanksgiving came around, and my father came up from Texas with my sister, and they came and visited, so I had that whole family thing going on. And then the last week of December, the very last week, was actually packing up my friend's stuff and moving it over here and getting them moved in. And there went the last week of November, and it was now December, and I didn't get to my NaNoWriMo deadlines, and I hadn't posted a new show in 2 weeks. And I called my hosts, and Kyle, his internet has been disconnected, and he's not too sure when it's going to come back on. And Ben, well, Ben's Ben, and he came over for the day to record the show, but we never actually sat down to record the show. He hung out with my roommate, or one of my roommates, because they both moved in. He hung out with her, and stuff. I'll let Ben choose to tell you what happened if he wants to. But anyway, Ben is Ben. Kyle's internet got turned off. I was going to have J.R. Murdoch from the VNA Shipping Podcast to be a guest host for the last 3 episodes to see if he liked it, because we were talking about him joining us for Season 4 as a regular host. Well, we normally record on Wednesdays and then post on Mondays, and JR said that he can't do Wednesdays, but he works from home on Thursdays, so he could do a show on Thursdays. So we switched to have our show recording day on Thursday instead of a Wednesday. Kyle was going to be there, he had no internet. Ben came over, and J.R. Murdoch says that he had a cold and his throat's still a bit bleh, and he didn't think he'd be able to talk, so that means he didn't make it, so the show didn't get made. And everybody in my little circle of friends and the people I know, both my hosts included, are going through their own personal shit right now, and it seems like it would be a good idea to take a break now and come back later and take the time that I'm down to get another source of podcasting rig set up. Because the thing that I'm using right now is a big, massive machine. Take a look at this. This is what I use to take over the world. Big old massive server machine, and it takes a lot to keep it cool. And so there's a lot of fans on it. A lot. And they all make a lot of noise. It's background noise that I don't really like, but there's nothing I can do with it. I try to take it out when I'm editing the shows before I upload them, and anything I try doesn't take it out enough to my satisfaction, or it cuts out all of the background noise, but it makes my audio sound weird, and I just don't like it, so I don't use it. And so the background noise stays in, and I've decided that I was going to just put up with the background noise until I could figure out a way to get rid of it. I have a laptop sitting down here on my little shelf thing that's next to my desk, and I had it up and working and running for a few days, and the hard drive died on it. It just went and died. So I can't get that set up until I have another laptop hard drive, but then that'll be the podcasting station, so I can shut this off when I record, and I won't have all that background noise. And that's a way that I can improve next season. I'm going to have, try to add another host or two, another regular host, and get a little bit more creative with the features, and just all kinds of stuff as far as content in the show goes, and maybe add some sound effects, and make the intros and outros and the beginning of segments sound a lot fancier with some sound clips and stuff. Definitely want to get rid of the background noise. Maybe try to move over to a domain, because, you know, that'd be cool. I could just say banterovercigarette.com instead of boacblogcast.wordpress.com. So, we're going to take from right now until probably late February to March. We're going to take that time for ourselves just to recuperate from the holidays and all the stuff that we're going through right now. I'm going to try to think of ways to improve the show and move over to another setup so that I can record without all of the noise. And we'll come back at you at 100% and 100% better in late February to March. That does not mean that your feed will go dark. I'm dropping this as a special update, and I might, and this is a maybe, might actually put out 2 more actual shows as bonus content, and I'll think of little extra things to throw in here and there. I can record some of my short stories and throw them up here. I can record an essay and throw it up here. I can record a little bit from the failed NaNoWriMo project in Merc and throw it up on the feed. I could take another dip back into my first novel I tried to work on, the Heaven Hotel series, and I can probably record a little more of that, because the feedback I've got on that so far for the different scenes I've written are really good, and so I might put a little bit up, a little more of that out there. So the feed's not going to go dark. I will post all different kinds of extra bonus content. If I feel like, if everybody's feeling up to it, we can all sit down and do another actual show and throw that up there as a little bonus content. We've all wanted to sit down and have like a roundtable discussion, debate type thing. And so I might get all of us together and a couple of extra guests and maybe a few podcasters and go around and have a little debate of some kind. That'd be really interesting. Also, I'll do interviews. I've got 2 interviews on my hard drive right now, one from Scott Roche, one from J.C. Hutchins. They were both supposed to be played last month, and I didn't get around to it. So those are going to be put into the feed. As for every other podcaster out there who would like an interview, basically, if I have not interviewed you this year, then I want to sit down with you and interview you. And I will post the interviews in between seasons. So, for all of you people who are subscribed that don't come and check the blog, or are not subscribed to the RSS and only get your information of what's going on the show through the podcast that shows up in iTunes or whatever you use, then that's why this is here. It's a video podcast, so the people that come to the site and check the RSS can see it, and the people who get on through iTunes and just download the podcast, it'll show up in your feed too. So that covers all of my bases to let all of you know what's going on. We're not going to disappear. We're all just going to take a break. You probably won't even notice, because, I mean, we can't be that entertaining, because this free podcast we all do in our spare time. Oh, if I was actually making money off of this, I'd be doing a whole lot of shit different, and it'd be a lot better right now. But this is just something I do in my spare time for fun, and it's awesome and I get a kick out of it. But, you know, you need a break from things every now and again, and that's what all of us are doing. It's better to just take a break now than to keep trying to do the show and saying we're going to post an episode and we're late, or there's no posting that week. You know, it's just easier to say we'll be back soon instead of New episodes posted Monday, maybe if we feel like it. So we're all just going to sit here and recuperate, and we'll see you guys next year in late February, most likely the beginning of March. The first Monday of March, we'll be at you with Season 4, and we'll have all kinds of improvements, and it'll be awesome. So, hope everybody decides to stick around. I hope any kind of bonus content I drop in here is enough for you until we come back next year for Season 4. So, stay tuned, and we'll see you next March. Same bat time, same bat channel.